Be advised this, you guys. I'm a targeted individual, organized stalking. Be advised that these gang stalkers, what they're doing is they're waging psychological warfare on strong-minded people. They're going around setting up people's lives, destroying their lives, torturing them, fake psychiatry, pretty much waging psychological warfare, psychological operations, destroying people's relationships, and the whole time they human trafficking like women and stuff like that from the prison industrial complex because it's all government orchestrated, and they're using this advanced technology, voice to skull, remote neural monitoring, and what they're pretty much doing is going around waging psychological warfare on people from the prison. This is their beast system exposed and uncovered. The FBI pretty much infiltrated the majority of our families through the prison industrial complex, right? So it's CointelPro. They never stopped doing that. They never stopped MK Ultra neither. And this is still Nuremberg 2.0 by them using these vaccines and things like that, torturing people, okay? So what they did was infiltrate our families from the prison industrial complex. So they have all these little agents and spies going around pretty much waging psychological warfare on anybody that pretty much expose complete systematic corruption or government corruption. So they put them on this target and kill list, right? So the first thing they do is completely destroy you, like try to destroy your life, right? Damage your finances, destroy your life, illegally surveil you. You get what I'm saying? 24/7 legal surveillance. Target you, torture you, right? Then try to murder you and cover it up. They wanted, this is a system full of fucking corruption and genocide. So all of this is pretty much ran from the prison industrial complex. They got a bunch of modern day slaves, which are called gang stalkers, that go around torturing and murdering people. And a lot of them are actually within our family. So the Federal Bureau of Investigation is using like a lot of our family members off against us, divide and conquer tactics, right? So you got family members that are Satanists selling their own family members out because they live in fear. You get what I'm saying? And it's all being done by the government ran from the prison industrial complex, CointelPro. And what they do is they perform psychiatry fraud also, and they get your family involved in shit like, yeah, he crazy, to cover up murder. Then they'll try to pretty much have you kidnapped, right? Falsify psychiatry, false documents with their little Illuminati fucking psychiatrists, right? Say you crazy, right? Then make you remotely suicide and kill yourself. I mean, they will remotely suicide and kill you through a non-consensual neural implant. And this non-consensual neural implant, they implanted in me in 2006 when I first went to jail. So this is a fucking system of complete systematic corruption and fraud and all fucking genocide. And you got a bunch of these sellouts, these satanic faggots and sellouts, trying to uphold this corrupt ass unjust system. Well, guess what? You're gonna fall with it because all this shit is being exposed and everything is coming out. I'm being monitored everywhere I go. I'm being tracked everywhere I go. I'm threatened. I'm illegally surveilled. I'm tortured and threatened with fucking kidnap through V2K by these corrupt ex-cons that work directly with corrupt ass FBI agents and corrupt ass police officers through the prison industrial complex. I'm not saying all police are corrupt, but a lot of them are. And a lot of these ex-cons work with corrupt police officers. And when you're driving and stuff out and about, what they doing is setting people up. You know what I'm saying? Kidnapping them and shit like that. Then they get you, like they put a whole cyber torture bounty on me, right? So what they do is when you got the cyber torture bounty on you, they have your family involved in your stalking and your targeting, right? Then the V2, you got like, you get voice and skull, you get synthetic telepathy. I'm on remote neural monitoring where as though they continually move my feet. You get what I'm saying? These are psychotronic weapons meant to rid a person from society. So they expect me to kill somebody or do something crazy so I can look like a crazy person to rid myself from society by attacking me with these weapons to cover up their complete fucking systematic corruption. These are psychotronic weapons and weapons of war being used on millions of people all throughout the population. And some people, right, they actually go kill themselves and stuff like that. But be advised, they also using corrupt ass cops to try to kidnap people and have them killed and stuff like that and covering the shit up. covering it up. They all this shit they corrupt as fuck. Look up the patent numbers on voice of skull. Look up the patent numbers on remote neural monitoring, and look up the patent numbers on synthetic telepathy, mind control. They got patent numbers for all this shit. They done chipped it the whole population for decades through the prison industrial complex, like cattle and shit, and using people as agents of the state. Then when you speak out against them, they try to kill you when you expose their complete systematic corruption. So know that this whole fucking system, everything is all a lie. It's all fake. Because when you implant people with neural technology or neural weapons, and you can pretty much communicate with them remotely through synthetic telepathy and voice of skull, that bypasses any rule of law or legislation. That breeds a communist dictatorship. You get what I'm saying? Whereas though the system is run off complete fucking corruption. No rule of law. So that means they got people, they got judges, they got police officers, they got all that shit through corruption. Complete systematic fucking corruption. See, this how they try to secure their position and make sure that they stay in power. But we know that they're controlling people remotely using non-consensual neural implants now. People are being tortured and people are being murdered through these non-consensual neural implants. And what they blame it on is, oh, that person crazy, psychiatry fraud. No, these people ain't crazy. Psychiatry fraud was put here just to cover up their fucking mass amounts of corruption. They always doing this, these governments are doing the same shit they always did all throughout history. Committing mass genocide upon the people. It's just, right now how they doing it is just so smooth because technology is so advanced. You get what I'm saying? So this technology is so advanced that you wouldn't even believe or think that it works the way it works. You get what I'm saying? You wouldn't believe nothing like this actually exists. Cyber torture, they put gas in my body all night, inflate my body, and try to kill me. They put pressure in my stomach and on my heart and try to fucking kill me to cover it up. This is genocide. So I'm being systematically targeted, just as a lot of other targeted individuals. You're systematically targeted. Regardless of what you do, they're trying to get you, rich you from society because you're exposing all that fucking corruption. You get what I'm saying? So they want you, a lot of these people want you dead. They want you expose that psychiatry fraud and how all this is pretty much ran from the prison industrial complex and how it's CointelPro and how there's no rule of law and they infiltrated all our families and using our families against us to keep them in power and cover up their fucking complete systematic corruption. They want you out. Like a lot of us are born in satanic families and we just believe we free. But a lot of our families are actually slaves to the state. They're born in satanic families. You get what I'm saying? I got voices coming out of my stomach because my body's acting as a 5G Wi-Fi antenna. So they plan on trying to kidnap me and kill me or try to have me killed because my body is acting as a 5G Wi-Fi cell tower. And what they're trying to do is pretty much cover up, kidnap or kill or cover up anybody that expose their complete systematic corruption and their psychiatry fraud and the use of these advanced neural weapons. So be advised that, whatever. See, the V2K operator that worked, the corrupt V2K operator that worked with the police, he said, you and your mother gonna get kidnapped. See, they're using these fucking faggy V2K operators. They're the cause of all this division, right? Because they work directly through the prison industrial complex, and what they do is you get a handler, and this handler monitors, surveils the family, right? And what they do is they go through your family. You go to jail, they ask you what you believe and what's your faith, right? And you speak out on what they doing, chipping you or whatever like that, and you know it's human rights violations. Guess what? They put you on a Pfizer fraud targeted kill list. So the whole time you're being tracked, illegally monitored, and surveilled. Whole time you're being tracked, illegally monitored, spied on, and fucking surveilled. And at the end, when you wake up, say for instance, when you wake up, if you're afraid, I believe they remotely suicide you or kill you. But if you're not afraid, then I don't believe that you can meet the algorithm as far as like, I think they gotta have a certain level of fear or anger to be able to remotely possess you or control you. You gotta meet the algorithms. and they can remotely kill you. But if you can't meet the algorithms, they can't kill you. They can try to drive you to kill yourself, like doing the shit that they doing to me. Neurological attacks, cyber torture, putting gas in my body and air. So know that this is what this fucking government is doing. These are weapons of war, psychotronic weapons being used on civilians by the fucking corrupt government and ran through the prison industrial complex. This is satanic Illuminati, complete fucking systematic corruption, psychiatry fraud. This is treason, and this is fucking genocide by the states. 24/7 mass illegal surveillance for pretty much government-sponsored organized crime and genocide.